Okay, let's move on to the next story. And that's all I can say about this story. This is just an absolute soap opera. Um, it's a tragedy. I know every time we cover it here on the channel, it is an absolute tragedy. It is something that should have never happened. And um, I'm talking about the Russ case. And this is just, it's dragging on and on and on. And this is turning into a soap opera. And it's getting to be um, it's getting to be very, what's the word, old. I wish something would happen. So here is the article from the Hollywood Reporter, and it states Russ prosecutor gets new lawyers as district attorney steps away. And trust me, I'll have a lot of comments once I'm done reading the article. New special prosecutors have been appointed to oversee criminal charges in the Russ shooting after the lawyer previously handling the cases was forced to step down. Jason Lewis and Kerry Morrison will serve as the lead lawyers in the prosecution of Alec Baldwin and West Armory Hannah Gunayari in the Santa Fe District Attorney's Office announced Wednesday. The appointment of the Albuquerque-based attorneys comes after former special prosecutor Andrea Reed was forced to bow out of the prosecution after Baldwin's lawyers pointed out a potential conflict of interest due to her elected position in the New Mexico House of Representatives. First Judicial District Attorney Mary Carmack Altwins, who tapped Reed to handle the criminal charges, will also remove herself from the cases, according to the office. In a statement, Carmack Altwins said her, quote, responsibility to the people of the First Judicial District is greater than any one case, end quote. She will, quote, continue her record of prosecuting drunken drivers, collaborating with law enforcement, increasing diversion effects, I can't read today, and securing convictions against the most dangerous, prolific offenders, end quote, said a spokesperson for the office. During a hearing on Monday, the judge overseeing the prosecution found that the district attorney's office couldn't name a new special prosecutor unless it entirely recused itself from the cases. The ruling was the latest in a series of setbacks, starting with the downgrading of the charges against Baldwin and Gunayari Reed, and ultimately culminating with claims that Reed was unconstitutionally appointed and wanted in on the prosecution to advance her political career. Lewis worked in the New Mexico Department of Workforce Stations from 2000 to 2010, the last year as chief of staff until he opened up his own law office, according to his LinkedIn page. His practice ranged from constitutional law to labor, according to the State Bar of New Mexico. Criminal law was not listed as one of the practice areas, although he may have experience. Morrissey practices in criminal law as well as constitutional law, according to the State Bar. The district attorney's office said Lewis and Morrissey have, quote, extensive experience and trial expertise, end quote. Neither of the attorneys immediately returned their things for comment. Okay, I don't like saying this. This is going on long enough. This is going on absolutely long enough. And look, we're losing sight here of the grand scheme of things. A woman, okay, pictured there on the right of this picture, lost her life. Okay? The fact is that a gun malfunctioned one way or the other. Now, an armorer, okay, is there to protect not only the actors, not only everybody on set, but they are there to secure everything. That being said, there was an accident, okay? This is getting to the point where it's a joke, okay? And what I mean by a joke is This needs to be resolved. First, they wanted to make her husband EP, which is a joke. Okay, executive. So EP is an executive producer. Fine. Okay. The fact is, this movie is always going to have a dark cloud over its head because of the events. Okay. This needs to get resolved. Okay. The lawyer basically saying that, well, she wanted to advance her political career and make a name for herself is bullshit. And I'm just going to say it flat out. It's bullshit. Okay. You're trying to get your client, Alec Baldwin, pictured there on the left, okay, off the hook. And I'm sorry. Somebody has to take responsibility. They have to. Okay? They have to. And at what point do we've lost sight of the fact that she lost her life. And I'm going to keep her picture on screen. Okay? She lost her life. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's a production company. I don't care if it's Baldwin himself. I don't care. Look, Alec Baldwin is not going to jail. We all know this. Okay? And he'll probably have to pay a $50,000 or $75,000 fine, and that's it. The armorer, Gutierrez Reed, she probably won't get a job for a while. Okay? If at all. Okay? And she should be out of the business because now she can't be trusted at all. Okay? And this is why, and we had Tyler on a couple of months talking about this, and he has worked in the industry. He's a PA, which is a production assistant, and he has been on sets that have had guns, okay? And they go through extensive and rigorous safety checks. And, now, this will not eliminate guns in movies. This thing will not eliminate guns in movies. But what it will do is change. And I think we have to do something about this. I could go on and rant for hours about this. The point is this, okay? She lost her life. We've lost sight of this now. Now it is just basically a posturing game, okay? Now everybody in that DA's office has to recuse himself or themselves. And, the defense wins again. At what cost, though? At what cost? That's what you have to ask yourself. Does Baldwin really believe he's going to jail? I can't think that. I can't even imagine that. Okay? If you've seen how stars are treated in Hollywood, whether it's Ezra Miller or Jonathan Majors or Alec Baldwin, nothing happens. And this is the most severe because somebody died. So what are we doing? This needs to get resolved quickly and fast, judiciously. Okay? Otherwise, this is going to be going on for years. And I can't even imagine, okay, what her husband is going through. Because he's got to deal with this. The whole thing is a travesty. The whole thing is a joke. The lawyers should be absolutely ashamed of themselves to think that they want to further her career. They want to further their career and get a jump on this. Come on, really? We can definitely be better. We have to be better. We have to be better as a society. It's appalling. I'm sorry, but it's absolutely appalling that we have people that think that they're trying to further their career off of somebody's loss of life. Anyways, guys, what do you think about this? What do you think about the whole situation? Have you been following the case the whole time? If you have, what have you thought of the rulings? Okay, do you think Alec Baldwin or Gutierrez Reed is going to go to jail? And what do you think should be done so this never, ever happens again? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Please leave your thoughts down in the comments, guys.